All right, welcome everybody back to the Dave Knows Wrestling podcast. I am your host, David Lee, and we're gonna start the show off. Hopefully, got a good thing going on right now. Let's see who's coming in. All right, so. There you go. Yo, Ronnie S. There's everybody. Okay, I was wondering, hey, what is going, Christian Brown? What is going on, guys? What is up, Arthur? Arthur, my man. Okay, good. All right, everyone roll on. Anthony, hey, Dave, what just happened? What do you mean? What's up from England? What's up, the Remus? I like it. I like that as your official greeting. What do you mean, what just happened? Why? What happened? Something happened? One thumbs up already, thank you. Long time, Dave. I've been busy with school. Well, hey, glad you're here now, Man, Bear, Pig, and I know what that's like. So, you know, school's very important. World peace. Meta world peace, world peace. Okay, cool. What up? World peace is good. Yeah, so, speaking of school, that reminds me. Today's episode, hey, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are great. Right off the bat, you guys filing in and already starting. I like it. So today's episode may not go on for very long because one, I don't have my phone charger, and number two, I'm actually working a graduation tonight. One of my classes is graduating, so I'm going to be, you know, doing the graduation thing. So you know, still some setting up to do and stuff like that right off the bat. So there we go. But there are a lot of things I want to talk about, so let's make sure we get to that. Yes. Anthony Rivera, right off the bat, one word, Wargames. That is a good word to drop, because that is what I want to talk about for sure. Now, Raw Reflex, hey, what is up? Now, in case you don't want any spoilers for upcoming untelevised NXT, which I think I've kind of already ruined, but now's your time. Spoiler warning, now's your time. Spoiler warning for future NXT tapings. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but just letting you know. Spoiler warning for NXT in case you don't know. Okay, so now. Good? Everyone aware? Alright, War Games. Finally coming back. Finally, a return of War Games. I've been talking about this. I've done previous videos about it where we want War Games back. I want War Games back. I don't know what's taking them so long, but I can't believe it. It's actually finally happened. How about one other word for War Games? Bastardized. Okay, alright, well, let's talk about that too. So let's catch every one of them. Have you heard Raven Bagwell network rumors? Do you think it'll hurt the network on the long run? No, I haven't heard those rumors, but let's talk about War Games and then we'll get into those rumors if you have to. Hopefully you have the time. Okay, bring back the forklift match. hey, what is up, Ben Gaylor? See? That was the photo I was talking about. You guys have the same picture. Confused me. Okay, so NXT is bringing back War Games for the Survivor Series weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And they're going to do what they did the last time they had a War Games, which has been some time ago. What they're going to do for War Games is they're going to do 3 on 3 on 3. Okay, now it's going to be the Undisputed Era. Yes, I know that's a tag team name. It's going to, versus Sanity versus the Authors of Pain, and I believe Roderick Strong will be with them, which is kind of surprising because I thought they were setting up Roderick Strong to go against Drew McIntyre for the title, but instead it seems that, well, that's neither here nor there. It has nothing to do with War Games, so I won't give that away yet. Interesting, I watched War Games in 1995. The next day this happens. Hey, you Edgehead, welcome, and you must have been the guy. Okay, so it must have been you. All right, copyright rumor, they're supposedly delaying Thunder and possibly Heat because they want copyright monies. Interesting, Rock. Okay, so taking a side note from the War Games thing, and last War Games worked so well they never had it again. I know. Oh, believe me, I know. Okay, so what's up with the GFW and its million rebrands? I don't think we're even done yet. Who knows? Okay, so all right, those are interesting rumors. Now, I don't think legally they have Bagwell and Raven have a leg to stand on. I don't think they really can do that. And plus, like Vince has said, he don't lose lawsuits. If he wants the footage, if he thinks that they're not entitled to royalties, or even if they are, his legal team is going to make sure they don't see a nickel of it. So I don't really see how Buff and Raven really have anything to contribute for that. So I didn't hear about those rumors now, but now that I have, like I said, it's Vince. Vince has got the, you know, the legal mafia. There's no way that I can't see Vince losing out on this deal. I can't see this ever being actually a problem. It's just, you know, an attempt. But, you know, I could be wrong. You know, I don't know law or all that, but Vince, you know, he's proven it time and time again with his legal team. He's just that strong with it. And also, as you guys have saw on my latest, well, not my latest, but one of my recent videos, Raven and me. Okay, but maybe not that type, but I met Raven. Raven's a really cool guy. So, hey, I'm rooting for Raven to be happy and successful. But at the same hand, you know, the Vince lawyers, rough. So, what is the Raven Bagwell rumor? Yeah. And, and I also like Buff Bagwell a lot, too. Okay, just making that say it. So, you know, I like both those guys, but it's just, I'm just always worried when it comes to anybody trying to take Vince to task. Hey, thank you for a thumbs up, guys. Thank you. Why are we talking about Buff? Last time I heard he was a male escort. I heard that too, but that was a while ago. I think he's since retired. Vote for Russell King. Yeah, so clarify if there's anything else that I'm not understanding about this Bagwell. And I didn't think it was that bad. At this point, Triple H is better than Vince at booking. Maybe it's a tough call. The thing is, both of them do something. Every time one of them does something that gives me a big plus, another one gives me they do something to take the point away. What do you guys think? Who do you like as better as a booker right now, Triple H or Vince? I hear you. Nathan Stewart. Hello, Nathan Stewart. Welcome. Nah, Lex Luger was terrible. Yes, Lex Luger was terrible. You know, I mean, I get it. Let's have a Markov Dave. Hey, Mylon, what is up? Bagwell allowed WCW to put his mother on a forklift. So bring yeah. Look, I get it. And look, thank you for the thumbs up. And I'm not complaining, and I'm not saying that he didn't do a lot of, you know, he whined a little bit from what I understand, and he was difficult to work with. I get that, but I'm just saying, in ring, he wasn't like horrendous. You know, I'll take him over Luger. Like, that's the great example. Hey, Dave, nice to see you again. Nice to see you too. Always great show. Dave is too. Like being the taller midget. MP comparing. Thank you, Arthur. That is a good way to put it. Anthony, hey, leave made in the USA. Luger alone. All right. They should really have ironclad contracts when it comes to royalties. And the thing is, I don't know. I don't understand the thing. Like I said, I didn't hear those rumors. I didn't know anything about it. Yes, agreed, Thin. Very much agreed. Rumors still going about the Kelly return. Still waiting. I don't trust Vince to ever do anything of quality with anything he didn't create. Fair. I don't like him bringing back WCW pay-per-views. Well, I feel you, because American Bash was so terrible. But, you know, I still hold out hope. And the thing is, Triple H is doing this, and he believes in the WCW and Wargames a little more. And this is something we wanted. Now, according, thank you for the thumbs up. Triple H is doing a great job with NXT. I think, well, see, here's the thing. I think Triple H's biggest contribution to NXT, well, it is his pet project and he does oversee it, he does leave his staff alone. Like, he does trust a writing team. Like, he's not as hands-on when NXT is as of, you know, Vince is with Raw. You know, Triple H hires people and lets them do what they need to do while he's still, you know, because he was involved with the women's tournament and all these other things. You know, he does a bunch of things, but he, for the most part, understands to put in his 2 cents, but let people be. And that is something that he is better at than Vince, in my opinion. Where Vince really, really needs to hold on to everything. Now, during Vince McMahon and Vince Russo's time, that was a great relationship, because Russo would spit out like 100 ideas, and like one of them was good. And you needed Vince to sift through all that dirt to find the one good thing. But Triple H, on the other hand, like when Ryan Ward was on NXT, Ryan Ward is a great booker as far as I'm concerned. You just need to let him go. You know, check in once in a while, say, hey, Ryan, how you doing? Good? Okay, fine, later. And then, you know, maybe, you know, sprinkle in your 2 cents once in a while. Triple H has wrestlers as bookers, not Vince, who has Hollywood script writers. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm also not a fan of wrestlers booking, really, for the most part. Like the Road Dogg, okay? See, the Road Dogg is not working out for me. And it's not anything against the Road Dogg. It's not anything against wrestlers either. I don't mind a wrestler being on a booking staff, but I do think having wrestlers book creates a little bit of a problem. Like, let's look at Kevin Nash, let's look at DDP, let's look at Kevin Sullivan. And nothing against these people, just saying that it created a lot of problems. Now, active wrestlers especially, I think is problematic, because when you book yourself in any position, book yourself over, people are going to be questioning your motivations. They're like, are you doing this because it's the right thing, or are you doing this because you're selfish? So if you're active, it definitely just breeds contempt. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. So it breeds contempt. So so if you're active, I think like it could be the best possible choice. It could be the best booking. But if you are in any way favored, people are going to question you about it, and people are going to want to know, should you have put something else over it? And it's like, even if it's the right choice. So, and then when it comes to retired wrestlers doing it, there is, especially if they're not too far removed, it's the same thing. Like, wrestlers have friends in the back, people they remember, or, I wrestled with your father or something like that, and people are going to question your motivations a little bit more. If you're just a pure booker, just a backstage guy, if you're just a backstage guy, then no one really thinks about it that much. So that's why wrestlers booking, not that they're not capable, it's just that I think it, breeds a little contempt and people question your motivations. Do you think NXT is the new Ring of Honor? Actually, I've had several videos of this where I've said I think NXT is the new WCW, and it's almost the new ECW, and Wargames has actually proven it, and that's kind of my point. It's not quite Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor has definitely, it's close. Don't get me wrong, it's close. And with all the Ring of Honor talent now on the main roster, I mean, the lines are blurring every day. But I hear what you're saying but I do think it's more like early, I do think it's like older WCW for the modern era. That's how I view it. Thank you for the like. Thank you. No, Ring of Honor is Ring of Honor. Exactly. Vince micromanages everything. Yep, because he's too old school in his thinking. Yeah, I mean, he's also too mercurial. That's the problem. He will change his mind on a dime. You want Nash and Hogan booking again? Yeah, Fashion File would have been nice, Vince, without WWE. And, and see, this is the other thing. And I just got a, negative comment by a troll on this saying that, Vince controls both shows. And yes, Vince does have ultimate say in both shows. But the difference is, Vince does stay away from SmackDown more. He doesn't care about SmackDown as much. He never has, probably never will. Randy Orton has complained about that because he'd rather have Vince be in control of him and his character more so, and he wants to go back to Raw. Randy Orton has just said this, so, booking staff is thank you for the like, thank you for the thumbs up. So there's a whole team of people, and people have different levels of involvement, and that's how you track things. So, but anyway, bring back the PG era writers. Why? I want Ryan Ward in charge of SmackDown. I want him as a head writer and not Road Dogg. Like I said, nothing against Road Dogg, but I really like Ryan Ward's booking style. I'm a big Ryan Ward fan. If it was possible, I kind of would also like Jim Cornette. I don't think I would like Jim Cornette just by himself. I think I would like him to have some kind of partner to work with. I know it wouldn't happen, but Paul Heyman I also like a lot. I would like Paul Heyman in charge of booking, personally speaking. I wouldn't team him up with Jim Cornette because that's just not going to happen. But I wouldn't mind Jim Cornette and Ryan Ward as a team. But I think both of them could do it. I wouldn't mind that as a team. Invite or Heyman and Ryan Ward. Stuff like that, those are the kind of guys. But once again, Jim Cornette's just not going to happen. At least I don't think. Have you ever heard of Nixon Newell? No, I have not. I do not. I think Shane is getting too involved in the angles. I agree, Ronnie. Recently, it's been disclosed that Shane McMahon is contractually obligated to wrestle twice a year. And the reason why is because they notice a huge spike in ticket sales when he does wrestle, when he's announced to wrestle. And because of that, Vince McMahon believes he's a draw. Maybe this is a coincidence, maybe not. But either way, sup the Raw critic. But either way, Shane has some prevalence to it. There is some logic behind it. Unlike Jinder Mahal, who the numbers are not on his side. The numbers aren't backing him up. The numbers are down in India since the subscriber numbers. So unlike Jinder Mahal, there's actually figures to back Shane up. And I agree that he's not a wrestler. He shouldn't be involved. And I do think when he had that feud with Kane, when Kane first unmasked because of Kane attacking his mother, that killed Kane's monster momentum. Like, why are you messing around with Shane when you just took the mask off and now there's going to be new scary Kane again and then it ruined it. So I do hear you on that. But the Kevin Owens angle, the headbutt with Vince was amazing. It is going somewhere. The thing is, the Undertaker thing, I did not want that to be the Undertaker's. I was there live at the Undertaker versus Shane match, and I didn't want that to be the Undertaker's last win at Mania. But, like when Undertaker clearly had a limited shelf life left, I didn't want that match to be the match. But the way that match went down was all right. Undertaker, like, Shane really didn't mount anything. Undertaker just beat him up. And Shane did his crazy high spots, fell off the cage, tried to mount some offense. Undertaker just sat there and slapped him around until he's like, all right, I'll put you down. Enough. And that's kind of the way it should be. You know, he had a more competitive match with AJ than I thought he should have. Like, you know, I kind of think it should be the same way. Where Shane has these matches because he's a draw. He'll do something crazy. He'll do something, you know, wacky because he's Shane, because he's just all heart and just, you know, he's all brave. But he's not going to put up multiple offense against anybody. Like, he shouldn't put up any kind of offense against The Undertaker. He shouldn't put any kind of offense against AJ Styles. And he shouldn't against Kevin Owens. And if the match goes that way, where it's just Shane doing some crazy crap, fine, all about it. But if he starts making this, you know, a wrestling match, whoa, little problem. And Shane's talented. The thing is, Shane is good in the ring. Like, you know, he can wrestle. He is capable of it. He's grown. He's in great physical shape. And it just, the main event guys is not who I want to mess with. Like, if they put it on, if Shane went against other guys, you know, guys in the lower mid card and had a competitive match with them, great, no problem, that's fine. But when it comes to guys like Kevin Owens or main event guys who this could be damaging to their career, this could actually stifle their momentum, then I get worried. However, but like I said, in terms of certain guys, it hasn't hurt their momentum. It's actually been all right for them. So, like, Kane hurt their momentum. Undertaker, still the Undertaker. Still got that G. So, there you go. Now, Katie Vick killed Kane. It's the other way around, I thought, right? Oh, wait, no, we don't talk about that. In my opinion, overall, letting new guys take a shot. I think SmackDown is better, in my opinion, overall, letting more new guys have a shot. What's your opinion? I think it was. I think it was before, you know, the Road Dogg came in. I think when Ryan Ward, before the shake-up, I think that was true. Now, I'm not seeing it. I mean, yeah, sure, Jinder Mahal's new to the main event scene. Why is Sister Abigail down? I agree. I hope that does not happen. I hope Sister Abigail is not Bray Wyatt. I really, really hope they don't do that. Because that will just be terrible. Like, I understand Jinder Mahal's new to the main event scene, but we just look at a lot of the younger talent that's just not going anywhere. You know, they've kind of shot themselves in the foot because Jinder's just holding on to that world title, meaning the U.S. belt is the only thing they have, and the U.S. belt is just being hovered around the guys that should be in the main event scene, with the exception of Baron Corbin. But, like, you know, with the AJ and Kevin Owens feud, this should have been the main event feud, and Jinder shouldn't be in the contest. So, just like the Raw title with Brock, it's, you know, the title is being locked up between a guy that they're just not going to, you know, it's being wasted on. And, you know, and Randy Orton's been getting a lot of spotlight, and he crushed Rusev fine. Rusev kind of got revenge back, but SmackDown hasn't been taking care of their younger boys as much as they should. Sami Zayn should be more of a deal, and if that title was freed up if the WWE title was a little more freed up, then we would get Sami Zayn in the US belt, because, I mean, how can Sami Zayn not have any gold yet? Just think about that, and you might not have to think about it. Yeah, and, you know, while we're on the subject of Sami Zayn and where we're going at, maybe Monday you might have a video that talks about that a little more. Just throwing that out there. There are reports claiming that Paige or Sage Beckett will be Sister Abigail. There's tons. Oh yeah, Sage Beckett I've heard. There are tons of rumors, and there have been rumors since day one. I mean, I heard when they signed Nikki Cross. I remember when they, Ruby Riott. There were tons. Like, anytime WWE signed a woman, female wrestler, it almost seemed like there was a possibility she would be, because the Sister Abigail thing has been for years, and it's at the point where I kind of almost don't want them to do it, just because it's been too long, just enough already. But, you know, who knows? But I just really hope it's not Bray Wyatt. I do think it's a good chance to get a female wrestler, some notoriety, but making Bray is just a wasted opportunity. Yeah, but, you know, she's magic, or, you know, like Undertaker magic or something. Hey, Dakota Jennings. Rosemary should be Sister Abigail. Well, that would make her scary now, wouldn't it? Rosemary, yeah. I think the Wyatt character is dope. He is, and that's the thing. He needs a refresher. This, making him Sister Abigail, his own sister, no, that's not it. But he does need a refresh. He does need something. I also think he's kind of gone too far into the scary Jonathan Davis, Korn kind of thing. I think it was better with the, you know, the Cape Fear, Don Ho, Waylon Mercy kind of thing when he was like a cult leader instead of, you know, scary supernatural guy, you know, go back to the cult thing. I think that's a little better. Is Rosemary still in GFW? I have no idea where Rosemary is. I'm wondering the same thing right now, man. Braun versus Bray. His sister Abigail. Wonder Braun. No. Maybe his dad in real. Iris comes back as Sister Abigail. I don't even know what I would do anymore. Can you do a video about the difference between wrestling fans and WWE company fans? Oh, not a bad idea. I could put that in consideration. Isn't Rosemary on the shelf after that? Yeah, that's the thing. I have no idea what's going on with her. I really have no clue. Yes, she is with GFW. She still is? Oh, like, you know, that's the thing, Braun. Okay, anyway, so as I said, the show's got to go a little... I got to wrap the show up because we're working on graduation tonight, as I said. My students are graduating. I think refreshing, I mean, we saw AJK Shinsuke in main events at some point. Maybe Jinder isn't perfect, but what new guy could you use at least without breaking another tag team? New guy, like I said, plenty. There's plenty. Dolph Ziggler might be on his way out, but, you know, Dolph Ziggler, okay, fine, he may not be new, but Sami Zayn, for sure. And plus, new guys, I don't think belong in the main event. Take your time. You get it. You earn those stripes. But Sami Zayn, new-ish, and definitely should be at least in the main event scene. Should at least have won some sort of mid-card gold by now. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yes, I am, and let me get to that in a minute. Drew McIntyre destined for a main event? I think he belongs there. I think he'll get there. I don't know if he's destined for it, but I do think he could get there, and I think he probably ought to. They made Sami a joke. Yeah, I know. No, I know. But keep in mind, Jinder Mahal was a jobber right before he became a #1 contender. So let's not even forget about that. You can do a video on why or how the pages believe in kayfabe. What? Sami to 205. Oh, no. 205 Live. I might have to talk about that briefly because they're changing it up. They're not giving up on it, but I'm not 100% sure I like this new direction. Sami Zayn needs new theme music. I can't take him seriously. I love ska. Nobody listens to ska anymore. Okay, so let's do some predictions. Okay, let me try to roll this on. Okay, so Randy Orton versus Rusev singles match. Now, I'm also going to give you some betting odds there in case you guys are betting people. Let's start doing some of that. So. I went to some website and I'm going to be looking up. I'm going to give you my predictions, but I'm also going to be telling you what the odds are for some of these things. As soon as I can find anything. Okay, so Rusev versus Orton. I really, really hope Rusev wins. He deserves it. Please do not let him. After Randy jobbed him out at SummerSlam. Just complete squash, and I know he kind of got revenge back for a rubber match. Competitive match, let Rusev win, please. That's all I'm asking. I'm going to say Rusev, but I am worried, and I'm not 100% sure. So right now, the betting odds that I saw, the odds actually go Rusev 7-13. So predicted winner is Rusev. So his odds are 7-13. All right, but I'm also going to say Rusev because it's the right thing to do. It makes sense. Please do it. And yes, I am worried that they're dumb and they're going to do the wrong thing. Last time, I just said whatever I thought would happen. I just picked the opposite because that's what I feel they do. So now I'm gonna start picking more with heart and head and where I'm going at it. Where I'm gonna say that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do the right thing. Okay, so. Randy, so I say Rusev, and that's what should happen, and that's where I'm at. Okay, Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. Glass Joe, Dolph Ziggler, and I agree, I'm not interested in this match whatsoever. I don't care. And rumors persist yet again that Dolph is done, and this is Dolph's goodbye. And this rumored match was, they've been talking about it for a while. This is not a surprise to anyone who's been keeping up with the rumors. And Dolph Ziggler's got the Glass Joe syndrome, as my coworker says, is the fact that he's Glass Joe. He's everyone's first feud when they come to the main roster that he's on the show that he's on, and he just jobs them. That's what Dolph Ziggler does. Dolph Ziggler, no chance of winning, as far as I'm concerned. The odds here are Bobby Roode 1-4. As far as I'm concerned, there is no chance Dolph has of winning. And If Dolph resigns, that's a different story. I have no idea if he's going to resign or not. But it's not a different story. I'm sorry. I mean, it's a separate issue, his resigning. But in this match, whether he resigns or not, he has no chance of winning. If Dolph wins, I will lose my mind because there is no way that Dolph was winning. I have no problem with it if he does win. I'm just saying that this is like one of my biggest locks is that WWE just does not care about Dolph Ziggler. They're not going to, and there's nothing we're going to change about that. Yeah, let me catch up a little bit on the chat. Yeah, Bobby wins. Ziggler with the Jobski. I want to see Rusev world champion. Yeah, well, allegedly Rusev was supposed to have the spot right now that Jinder has. He was supposed to be the anti-American world champion, and if he had done that with Lana, I would have been very, very happy. Since it's the right thing to do in WWE, remember staying. Yeah, I know. Nathan, she could be... nope, too busy stabbing. Okay, so, next match. Let's go to the next match. Okay, let's do Natalya versus Charlotte champion. Now, okay, the rumor is that Charlotte is going to win, and that Natalya is just a transitional champion, and that Charlotte is going to win. Wait, hold on. Do you have a mic on your phone while recording? Pretty good sound. This is just my phone, and no, I'm not recording anything other than, you know, what has Lana been up to? Tamina, just doing the Rusev thing with Tamina. But so the rumor has it that Charlotte is going to take it off of Natalya. Natalya is just a transitional champion, and that Charlotte's going to keep the belt, kind of because they're setting up the horsewoman thing now that Shayna Baszler has actually signed. They're moving forward with the horsewoman versus horsewoman thing, and they want Charlotte to be the face to represent the title, going against Ronda Rousey as, you know, the face of that horsewoman campaign. Unfortunately, that makes me sad because I really wanted Nattie to have a good run, and I would really want Nattie to get the respect and you know, prestige she deserves. So, but if that's the case, fine. And plus, Nattie put Charlotte over, you know, back in NXT, so I think Nattie's due to, you know, get the better of Charlotte. You know, and you know, Nattie hasn't really gotten Charlotte all that. You know, hasn't really gotten that thing. So I think Nattie's due, but. So the rumor is Charlotte's going to have that, and there's also a rumor they're going to have the Women's Royal Rumble, but that's the case because if they're doing that, I was predicting Charlotte should win the first female Royal Rumble, but if Charlotte's champion, then that leaves a whole different question, especially since they're going to have two female champions. So, so since I said I'm just going to stick to my heart and my head and what I want and what I would do, I'm just going to stick with Nattie. Nattie retains. Maybe Charlotte gets it later, but I'm just going to say Nattie retains. That one I'm probably wrong about. I'm just going to go with it that Nattie all the way. So I'm just going to commit to Nattie. Nattie wins. Even though I don't really think that's true, I'm just going to stick to it because that's what I want to have happen. The odds on the other hand for the match, though, is Natalya is still predicted 1-1. Even money, but the other thing is they're actually pretty high odds. The odds are 11-9 that Carmella cashes in the briefcase cashes in the briefcase, and the odds are 3-2 that she cashes in but she's only successful in it. Okay, so and I wouldn't be surprised if Ronda Rousey comes into play for this because they need to set up for the Survivor Series Horseman and Horsewoman match. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ronda Rousey actually comes into play. All right, so next match we're going to talk about is Jinder Mahal. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about that yet. Kevin Owens. Let me see what we got next. Okay, Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. Now, I'm going to bring that up real quick. Now, as I said, I'm just going to come right out and say it. Kevin Owens has to win. Kevin Owens is a wrestler. Shane is not a wrestler. Kevin's got to win. The odds right now, it's 1-3 Kevin in favor of Kevin Owens. Shane jumps off the cell, has 2-3 odds, and odds of this being the last match 2-1. Okay, I didn't touch upon. Okay, let me also get to this one. Let me catch up on the chat a little bit. Instead of separate competitions, how about more matches between men and women? Monday Night Wrong, I said that. I knew that'd be controversial, and people definitely have weighed in on that. The latest episode of Monday Night Wrong. Odds are Ellsworth interferes. Ugh. I hope not. Enzo and James Ellsworth versus Corey and JBL. Oh. That Enzo comment to Corey Graves, I thought that was cold. I really do. I doubt Carmella cashes in it. at least successful. I just don't think she's going to cash in right now, especially with Corbin unsuccessfully cashing in. Yeah, it'd be pretty unprecedented for both the men and the women to have unsuccessful cash-ins, but I think they're going to save Carmella to the next calendar year because it's going to be weird that it's very rare that there's one a full calendar year where nobody catches in. So I mean, yeah, there's next year's next year's where they could have someone could cash in. But since Baron Corbin cashed in relatively early, I think whoever cashes in, whoever wins it next year, isn't going to cash in until the following year. So I think Carmella's going to keep on 18, and I think Carmella will be the only person to cash in on Money in the Bank in 2018. That's very much in advance, and who knows? I could be wrong about that, but it's just a guess. Charlotte wins, kicks Ronda Rousey. Not bad. KO. Yeah, Man Bear Pig. I'm surprised you're making videos after chair shot. That was rough. Danielle is she's a sweetheart. She did not want to do that. There was also, okay, I'm going to let you in on the backstage secret. That chair had padding on it. It wasn't, the thing wasn't metal. And I told Danielle, just go for it. Follow through, don't hold back, and she just wouldn't. Thank you for the thumbs up, but she's so nice and sweet. She didn't want to really do it, and we did several takes of it, and that was the best one we got. I thought it was okay. I leaned into it a little bit, and I felt bad about that. I looked down, I'm like, man, I leaned into it too much. But she didn't want to hurt me, which I appreciate. But I totally wanted to. I was totally full blown ready to take that thing, and plus, like I said, there's padding on it, so it's not that big of a thing. He knows I was like, oh, now I feel ashamed of myself. He needs to sell like finger poking doom. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll wind up doing something else dumb in the future, like a dumb chair shot or something. So I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so next, New Day versus Uso. Now, this is a tough one. This is probably the hardest one for me because I don't know where this is going to go. I'm just going to go with my gut and say that the New Day is going to retain the championship in this Hell in a Cell to blow the feud off. The predicted winners are, also the New Day, 9-1, 9-11. All right, so where am I at? I think I've got most of them, so let me just end with the Jinder Mahal Shinsuke Nakamura main event title match. Which may not even be the main event, but there you go. Now, the rumor persists. The rumor's saying that Jinder Mahal's keeping it because they're finally moving into India, despite the fact that India's network subscribers have gone down since Jinder has been champion. Despite the fact that I have repeatedly said that this is not how you covet a marketing group. You do not think that people just like something because somebody of a similar race does it. You can't just go along with someone just because you think people are colorblind and that's how they think. You also can't take the guy, make him an awful heel, and then say, hey, this catering to you. Doesn't work like that. Thank you for the thumbs up. That's not how marketing works, and it's not how you attract people. You could make everyone in NASCAR look just like me. I'm not going to watch NASCAR. I don't care about NASCAR. You can't get me that way. And the thing is, and I've said it in other videos, I have another video that I'm going to talk about that in, but here's the thing is, you can't keep doing this. I can't keep stressing this enough. If you look at it that way, you're short-sighted because you're trying to gain a very small percentage, but you're costing yourself a whole lot more. Because what about the fans you're alienating? What about the fact that SmackDown and everything has been dropping ever since you've been doing this? People's interest in the world title scene in the WWE has been dropping. You've been doing this because you're trying to gain a potential little bit of a big market. You can't convert fans this way. This isn't the way it's doing. You're not going to convince them to like wrestling now just because there's a lot of people just by doing it this way. It's not going to happen by doing it just based off of sight, being superficial. It's also not going to work by making him a terrible heel with terrible matches. And it's also not going to work the fact that you picked a guy, regardless of his race, who's just a bad wrestler. Jinder Mahal is terrible. He's not good on the mic. He's gotten better, but he's terrible in the ring. He's terrible on the mic, and you've given him the same boring, predictable matches with the Singh brothers over and over and over again. I realize I've gone off on a diatribe that has nothing to do with the pay-per-view predictions, but the point of the matter is, allegedly, now they're finally going full-blown. They're doing a tour of India. They're finally going to do this thing that, they've been setting up for months with, because this is the most long-term booking they've done recently, it seems. So they're going into India. So it seems that Jinder Mahal is just going to retain the title, and I believe that too. And the other thing is we're going to put precedents, and I know I said I was just going to go what I think should happen, but I'm going to have to change my mind about that on this one, because I think Jinder is retaining. He shouldn't, but I think he is. Because just like WWE always does, and I'm going to cite precedents for it, whenever somebody gets racial on somebody else, that person should defeat that person for being racist against them. But they never do now, do they? Randy, you know, they never do. They never do. Booker T, Triple H, they never do. So because of that, I'm pretty sure Jinder's going to retain. So I don't want him to, but he is. And what's the odds on this match? Let me look it up. 1-1 Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, the gambling odds say it's 1-1 Shinsuke Nakamura wins. Odds of Singh brothers costing Mahal the title is 2-1. Interesting. I'll be really happy if Shinsuke wins. I just don't think it's going to happen. All right, let me catch up on the chat. At least build them up before, not just boom champion. Yeah, exactly. Could not agree more. Masterpiece Chris Masters is better than Jinder Mahal. Yes. Ziggler Jackson is better than Jinder Mahal. I think. Jinder is Canadian. Also another big point. Did you see the new Chucky movie? No, I did not. Is Rusev back in the WWE secretly? Man, I hope not, but it would explain some things now, wouldn't it? Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. I don't care about football. WWE needs to capitalize on the fans. The NFL has lost with the needs to football thing. Interesting. It's insulting that whenever America is going through something, WWE goes and makes it all foreigners. Yeah, well, it is what they do. Oh, I forgot about the pre-show match. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin versus the Hype Bros. New American Alpha wins. Hype Bros breaks up or whatever. That's my guess. That's just what I'm going to say right now. Sorry, pre-show match. I forgot about it. Oh, did I say Corbin and AJ Styles? I didn't say that. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, man. I think AJ's retaining. I'm hoping AJ retains because I hate Baron Corbin. So I'm just going to say AJ Styles retains. What's the predicted winner? Baron Corbin, 3-7. Man, Normally, and here's another thing we found out. We found out AJ, if in case you haven't noticed, hasn't wrestled on SmackDown TV lately. Rumor has it he's been doing it afterwards. That way people don't leave for 205 Live as a way to try and manipulate the audience. Oh, and that's the other thing. SmackDown attendance really far down. You think it's the fact that no one likes Jinder as a champion might have something to do with it, and maybe maybe WWE, you're costing yourself too much money in pursuit of a potential gain that you're going about the wrong way? Maybe. Okay. Bring Colin Kaepernick as a heel. Stories instead of alienating one. They need better stories to bring people in instead of alienating the ones they have. Absolutely, Nathan. I got my first paycheck today. Congratulations, Harry Flynn. Sell out. Fun fact: Joe Rowley has a victory on the WWE champion. Tons of people do. Yeah, Finn Balor has a concussion, had a mild concussion, or, you know, a head injury or whatever. More like Jinder Mahal. 20-minute Mr. Raj versus Dean and Seth. Already taking on the mid-card. Yeah, I do want to touch on that before I go. Fun fact, the entire roster is okay, so I do want to touch on that. So the idea of the Shield coming back together. They wordlessly did it, seemingly. Now, so weird. Now, maybe they could bring them up, Mahal and New Stable, and after tag Intercontinental win. Just no. The Jinder Mahal experiment failed. Please stop. All right, don't win. Okay, so here's the thing. He can waste his money on whatever he wants to waste it on. Don't tell him what to do. Just kidding, man. We're big. Okay, fun fact: Hornswoggle guys. Oh, don't tell me that. Okay, so. Okay, so here's the thing. So the Shield, the Monday thing, wordless. They didn't fist bump, but it seems like the Shield are finally going to come back. I think it was 5 years ago, TLC pay-per-views when the Shield debuted on the main roster. So because of that, they're going into this idea 5 years later. And because Cena and Brock, you know, they're not around as much, they're kind of missing a money draw, so they're thinking the Shield is. But the Shield coming back together is a good way to replace the money draw that they're losing from Cena and Brock. But the thing is, now it's changing, where allegedly, now today I heard rumors that Brock is coming back in October, later in the month, and Cena is maybe not, up in the air, not sure. And he didn't think, and Cena allegedly is out of the running for the Shazam role, so Cena's schedule may not be as booked as originally thought, so Cena might be around. But allegedly that was the idea, is because of the anniversary and the idea that they need that money draw to replace Brock and Cena, is why they went ahead and started pushing the Shield return finally after all this time. If they're missing money draw, perhaps try building some. Yeah, no, that would be nice. So that was my thinking. And I like the hype. I wanted it to happen. I thought it was a cool moment, but having it as the, almost the after the credits scene for Raw was kind of weird, and not having it a bigger moment, because my thing was it should have happened at SummerSlam. It's A, SummerSlam, and B, they run in to help Roman win the belt, and I don't, hey Amy, what is up? And good to see you. And I don't like that. I don't want Roman to have the title, but it would be the way that makes the most sense. They come back with Dean and Seth winning tag titles, and then Roman Reigns winning the world title thanks to Dean and Seth, and then they started off. And the other, so like, it's weird. I like this, and I don't like it. Thank you for the thumbs up. I like it, and I don't like it. Because the other thing I want is, if they're going to come back as face, I want the Hounds of Justice thing. Now, I also don't want a bad guy authority figure. I hate that. I can't stand that. But what I would have liked is, if with Roman and his feud with Cena talking about how you're a part-timer, and maybe some other things could happen where there's a lot of frustration going on, and you don't need a bad guy authority figure. Thank you, Amy. You don't need a bad guy authority figure to fill this role. You don't need it. You don't need a bad guy authority figure. But there could be a lot of shenanigans or things that are just conceived as unfair, or things that they don't like or the people don't appreciate, and then the Shield becomes the remedy for it, and it's about the Hounds of Justice coming back. Like, that's the story I will want to tell. The Miz Taraj going against the Shield, lame. Cesaro and Sheamus with the Miz as a better faction going against the Shield. All right, not bad. Better. Not great, but better. And I mean, I still don't want it to be the Miz. And while you guys might remember this, I am a Miz fan, and Miz has been crushing it lately. But my thing about the Miz is fighting against, like, his program with Cena. He's kind of standing on the same level as Roman, or, a lot of things Roman said. So for me, what I would want is, like I said, the Hounds of Justice, not to have someone that's not that frustrated for a different reason. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be bad if Cena has a chance to win the 17, break the Flair record thing, and the Shield stop it, and the Shield and a Cena, and a part-timer, John Cena, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar team, and the Shield, something like that wouldn't have been bad. Roman Gronkowski tackled the WWE champion. Roman Reigns at least has a connection with the crowd, even if. Yeah, well, that's a good point. A bad reaction is better than no reaction. Yeah. I don't know about the Shield. Very rarely that lightning strikes twice in WWE in wrestling. Plus, those guys are better off as singles wrestlers with their own gimmicks. But it's the only way Roman can get over. The other two, yes, but Roman, no. And I'm just saying, if WWE will not let go of Roman, at least this is the way to do it. Fun fact: El Torito has one. Vince and Triple H eat crow. Make nice and CM Punk. I would love that. Have him come back to face AJ Styles. Never gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm beginning to think it will never happen, but I would love it if it did. But yeah, they should. They should just suck it up and be nice to CM Punk. Miz is the only good heel in the main roster right now. Let that sink in. Fair enough. Warhol Grandma, what up? WWE should give up on Roman. Absolutely, they should. Is Roman bad, or is it that he doesn't look good? A lot of wrestlers just look really bad, but some just look amazing in comparison, but could have a few more words. My thing is, no, Roman is just bad. Like I said, my biggest petty gripe with him is his lack of cardio. He gets gassed, he gets winded, he gets low on energy, he gets sluggish. He can't facilitate like a very long match. Limited moveset. And the spear has always been an indicator for me of a lack of talent. It's a warning sign. Not saying everyone who's ever done a spear is bad, but I'm just saying if someone has a spear, start thinking about it, like start wondering about it, like why do they have this? Like it's like a move you give somebody when they can't do much. Give them the spear, because like anyone could run at somebody. So I'm not saying that. It's not saying everybody who does the spear is bad. Just saying if they have it, start wondering. Is this a warning sign? That's all I'm pointing out. Yeah, wait a minute. My thoughts on Roman. Yeah, so, I mean, my thing is Roman, he's terrible on the mic, and it's like, no, I just think he's bad, and that's all there is to it. He's just not good, and he's had enough time where he could work on it. I've talked about this in comments. My thing is, there have been guys who've been spoon-fed their push, been spoon-fed their main event, title scene. But they do things to earn it. Like Randy Orton has gone above and beyond. Shane, while being a spoiled, could be a spoiled brat because he's the owner's son. But he doesn't. He gets put through the glass of the King of the Ring. He gets thrown on, jumps off the cell. He does these things that he doesn't have to do. And it shows us that he cares and that he's willing to go above and beyond. And we like him for that, and as we should. And If Roman went above and beyond, we know he's the chosen one that Vince will not give up on. If that's the case, earn it. Do something that we don't expect you to do. Do more than we expect you to do. And you don't have to do anything extreme. You know, you don't have to do something violent. What if he just put on an amazing technical match? What if he really studied with, even though it doesn't fit his character, what if he studied with, like, Daniel Bryan? What if he studied with Dean Malenko or whoever and started putting on an actual clinic, like, or just put together, like, a really good chain, like, a series chain match? It would, like, blow everyone's mind. Like, what just happened? And executed the moves perfectly without botches. Like, just one, like, if he did that, we would just be really confused. And if he did that enough times, I mean, I'm not saying he has to put on a 5-star match, but if he did a really good technical chain wrestling match, everyone would be a little, if he started doing that regularly, everyone would kind of ease off on him. Because we know you don't have to do that. You can just show up, collect your paycheck, punch, kick, call it a day, and Vince is still going to love you no matter what you do. You know, you can somehow phone it in more than Batista, yet you can still get pushed more than Batista. But if you went above and beyond, we would start appreciating that. I know I would. Send Roman to the snake pit. Yes. Zack Ryder having win on anybody is surprising. Roman needs a Jim Cornette. Yep. Yeah, someone do the talking for him? Absolutely. Agreed. Okay, guys, my time's running short. I gotta get going. But thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for the likes. You guys are great. Punch kick machines need to bleed. I had a lot of fun talking with you guys. Sorry for the short show. Like I said, gotta work at graduation. But thank you for coming out. Let me know in the comments too if there's any other topics you want me to cover for future shows or anything like that. Yeah, but to be fair, how many wrestlers can go into standing switches? Like I said, whatever Roman's got to do, just do something in person. Hey, Jenna! Now, were you here the whole time, Jenna? And you just now talking to me now? Are you just joining us, or are you just saying? Did you just pop on now? Nope. Nope. What? I said, are you here the whole time, or were you? Did you just get here, or are you here the whole time? Another way of getting Roman over would be a feud with Shield members over. I said that. I've said that too, but I'm so sorry. I thought that too. Well, I thought the Shield should, Seth and Dean should help Roman win the title, and then he should turn on him to make him ultra heel. And it's like, you know, just go full blown to it. Because I think if they commit to how much he can be hated, that would blow everyone's minds too. You know, like they never did with Cena. Just curious to see what they would do if they just say, "Hey, this guy's hated. Let's run with it. Let's see how much hatred we could really get out of this, and see him really nuke it." Must make Roman look strong. A video on why Jinder is great. Wouldn't even know how to do that. There's not enough sarcasm in it. Nikki is so not the hottest diva. I agree, she is not. Very pretty girl, but believe it or not, I actually prefer Brie to Nikki, if I remember right, because I get them confused a lot. Alexa Bliss. Jenna, I'm kind of with you on this one. Nia Jax's honest. Have you guys seen Ollie Davis doing the cover of Nia Jax's song? Because it's hysterical. Shallow reason to start up reunion. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, WWE stopped being a wrestling company a long time ago. They started being a business, and everything they do is business-minded, which I understand to a large degree, but at the same hand, if you make wrestling the business, you know, if you build it, they will come. If you build this like a wrestling promotion, people will have it. And I do believe that there is a chance that wrestling is just a niche industry. It's not meant to have global mass appeal. It's meant to occupy just, you know, us who are special and we like wrestling and we get what it is. Most people aren't going to get it, and you can't force that on people. You know, you might have your flukes and your flourishes, like your boom periods and your attitude errors where people like it, but for the most part, you can't predict that kind of thing. So just keep your core target audience happy and don't feel the need to expand. At the same time, I understand, hey, expansion is great. I'm just saying, and try to get as much as you can, but at the same hand, I feel like you put your real fans first and then try to get the rest of the world to come along later. You don't try to go for the rest of the world and change to alienate your real fans at the attempt for everyone else. Because I think, like, you know, to the degree, I think a lot of companies do that, and I don't think it's best business practice, and I don't see a lot of examples of it really working out. Mandy Sex is the hottest. Funniest person on the roster right now. Funniest. Good question. I'm trying to think who cracks me up the most, because there is somebody, but I can't think of who it is. Rusev is legitimately hilarious. Wonder Braun is the hottest. JoJo is the hottest. I don't know who's the funniest. There is an answer. I just can't think of it right off the top of my head. But anyway, yeah, like I said, guys, thank you for coming out. Warhog Rambo, Jenna for sure, Jenna, Man Bear Pig, Warhog Rambo, Raw Critic, all you guys, Arthur, definitely, you know, Ablo, then Edgehead, all you guys, seriously, thank you. Amy, thank you for everything. Maybe it would be better if they didn't have to worry about sponsors and not going to extreme modes. Yeah. It's like, the thing is, you always have the temptation. Somebody, you know, a PG product wants to give you money, so you cater to them. But at the same time, like I said, you're catering to them because of money instead of catering to your fans because of fans. You know, money makes, you know, money ruins a lot of stuff. You're welcome. Hey, no, seriously, thank you guys. Thanks, Dave. Keep up the good work. Peace, love, hugs. Thank you, Man Bear Pig. Thank you, Raw. Saddest storyline ever. Take care, dude. Yeah, Remus from England. Thank you. Thank you to England. I would understand PG for TV. I just want separate products. Yeah, let me get going. But this was great talk. Like, it was short but sweet. You know, we got a lot of cool things out there. Yeah, let me know in the comments what other stuff you'd like me to talk about for next time. You need merch. Let me. You want to design something for me? There have been several people wanting certain T-shirts. I've been thinking about it. But yeah. Anyway, we'll talk. Yeah, let me know in the comments anything else you want me to cover for, you know, future shows and stuff like that. And I'll talk to you next time. Thanks again, guys. And it's been real. And as always, this has been Dave Knows.